Hello guys, so let's make it quick. Sorry about the delay. A new prediction for next week. Last prediction was that I think it was here. A move to the upside, rejection from this area, the 400, and then sideways and try to bounce. What it did exactly, even though it spiked a little bit higher, took out a lot of buy orders and still stay negative. So what we gonna see next week, which is tomorrow. So this is the daily. We can see it here. Let's make it bigger. Oh, where is the pen? Sorry guys. Let's see. Come on, come on. All right, sorry guys. So we could see that it spiked up to the 200, rejected, massive rejection, B candle, and you can see also the volume is high, then it tried and failed, volume is down on the negative, but this is, you know what, let's go for the 60 minutes. You probably could see it more clearly. This is two trend, and you can see this is the break, this is the rejection from the 400, this is the, you can see a big volume coming down, try to make a break, volume is going and give them a second chance to re-enter, so they took it and it's bounced here. And what happened, it's open on Friday on a gap down, and immediately the buyers from the 390 bought, and you can see it here. This is the short squeeze of the stop losses. This is a big volume because they put stop losses above the 395 and it just took them out and moved to the upside. So what's gonna be next week? Just looking at the 60 minutes, we can see clear divergence for a short continuation. This is it. You can take it even from here. There is a short continuation, so probably gonna see a move to the downside. Can it come to the 390, even break the 385? This is the question we have to ask ourselves. But it's clear that it's probably gonna do a move to the downside. There is, let's check it, if there is a cross. This is 98. Yeah, there is a cross. If we go for the 4-hour chart, it almost touched it, it didn't. You can see that this is the high, this is low. It did a cross to the upside on the 4-hour chart, so we have to wait. It can cross the 0 and then probably make a positive one and try to reach to the 405. So far it seems that it has some power to reach to the 397, someplace here, and then try to make a reversal in the longer term, also positive, and can reach to the 408, 409 area for this area. Quite unique, but at the 1-hour chart I'm biased to the downside, so I will wait. Maybe will they give a chance for the buyers to re-enter. Also what we see here, it seems that it want to move higher. If we check it on the weekly and see how it goes, you can see the weeks, it's trying to push lower, probably. If it could, I don't know, it spike up. This is a volume, this is a big volume coming up. Still, it crossed the 0 on the daily, on the weekly, sorry. And this is a fight zone because it re-enter inside, the buyers immediately push it outside from the trend. So could be interesting. We're probably gonna see inside candle maybe on Monday, Tuesday, and then a decision made. You can put a trend here. You know what? Let's do it. Probably if we take it here. Oh, sorry. This is it. So you can see it can spike here to the 405.6 and then try to move. But this is an engulfing candle and it should get continuation to the downside, even though it's break the 50 for me, so could make a move to the upside. So far on the 1 hour chart, I'm seeing moving down. On the weekly, momentum is negative. You could see it where it is. Someplace I need it here. So you can see it. Big push to the down, cross it below, coming up, and then decision made and retest. So it could do the same here. How it looks on the monthly. Yeah, reject from here, from the 480, touch the Fibonacci level and rejected. This is a sideways move. You can see it. This is November, December, January, February now. Indecision candle and probably gonna push to the downside. You know what? Let's clear all those lines. You can see this is indecision candle, not that good. So coming back to the 1 hour chart, seems that it wanna move lower and it's gonna have some to make a fight in the 385 if it want to go there. So far it seems that it has some power, but I think we're gonna see a retest, and if it failed to retest it, then it moved to the 380. So let's move to the Qs and see how it looks there. All right. I think, let me check something. Yeah. Again, we can see the divergence there. This is moving down, this is moving up, so also touch it, so probably could fail here. There is lots of stop losses below which could push it to the 200 on the 1 hour chart. If we go here, the prediction was that we saw the break, so next target is the 313.84, and see what happened. It touched it twice and failed, so this is double top, so probably gonna see a failure, even though it seems a little bit strong. Momentum is positive still. There is a divergence here because this is a higher high, this is a lower high, so could try to push and bring more volume to the upside in order to break the divergence, but so far it seems, I think it should come lower because of the 1 hour chart divergence. Let's look how it look on the daily. 2 weeks indecision candle, inside candle also. So I don't know, the buyers are indecisive, they don't know what to do. If they don't know what to do, the seller is push to the downside. We can see it here also, double top. And as we said earlier, from the beginning of the year, this is a inside move till April, half of April, and then we can see a decision made for the direction of the movement of the market. But so far, you can see inside, this is a big box to trade inside of it. So nothing much. We are still in a downtrend. Even though we break the trend, we can resume it with something like this and coming from above the trend and then making a new trend, a new channel. So be careful from it. For next week, I'm biased to the downside because of the 1 hour chart. Let me check something. It could make a push again a little bit higher to the 313 and then reject from there. It has the power to do so. It could do so to reach to the 312. If it managed to break it, then it push above the 315. And then it go higher to close some gaps. And let's look at the daily. Where are the gaps? There is a small gap here, 391, and it could do so, so be prepared for it. But I'm still biased to the downside. The trend is down and I want to see it coming lower, close some gaps from below. Many people wait for it. Let's move to Tesla and try to be more quick. So Tesla, a 3-day down slowly. It make a power move, and it seems that already you can see it. If it moved down, it will make divergence to the upside. So it could do something like this. And I think people wait for it to come lower to this 150, 147. And in order to not going with divergence, it has to break quickly this area. And this is 20 bucks. This is a big move to the downside. And it's very hard for it. You can see it change a trend, change another trend twice. The momentum is positive. So it seems that it has some power to the upside. Let's look here. It could move again to retest the 190, even a little bit below 185, and then try to push higher. And when it push, it will reach to the 197. Again here in the short term, guys, and then try to reach to the 202. This is the area which I want to break, and above the 224. Even though I would like Tesla to come to the 160, 150, it seems so far that is a little bit strong. This is, you can see the volume is getting down when it's moving down, so there is no interest of short selling it. So in order to push it down, you need to make some pressure for the buyers to bring it much down and to make them afraid to stop their order. There is no volume. See, this is a gray volume, no big volume here. And usually when there is gray volume, this is a sideways move. So no momentum at the moment. Let's go for the 1 hour to see how it looks there. It's resting on the 200. Trend is down. This is the reversal. It's tried to break. This is a double top. People can look for it as a shoulder, head, reverse head and shoulder, and then push to the upside. I don't like those scenarios or those setups because there is a lot of possibility. So far this is moving down, this is moving up for reversal, so it could make another attempt, and let's see if they manage to prevent it from going above this line. This is the area, let me check. This is 198, 197 area. Yeah, this is the area we talked about. It could reach there, and then if there is a possibility for it to break it and then try to retry. There is no gap there, and there is no gap here. So there is no gaps for it to go to the upside. Maybe here. This is the 202 gap. And it could spike there and then move to the lower. And you could see it here. Everything tells us that it wants to go to the upside. Yes, it wants to go to the upside. So this is what it tells us, wants to go to the upside, could push the market to the upside. Let's move to Apple. Alright, Apple. On the 4-hour chart, it's a breakout. There is no above here. So we need to draw a new one. Let's make it smaller. Alright, so it's come. This is the 165. There is no gaps here. I don't see any gap. It closed them. Momentum, let's check it up. Momentum is positive. There is a divergence to the upside. This is moving up. This is moving down. It crossed, so could have continuation, could push the market to the upside. Let's check what the 1-hour chart says. Again, this is disagreement between the 1-hour and the 4-hour chart. This is a short continuation, probably reach there. So in the short term, coming down, if they want to break the divergence, they need to push above this line and then can continue higher. Could be tricky for them to do so. Let's move to NVDA. NVDA was a king. What we see here, again, divergence of reversal on the 1-hour chart, continuation, even though it's still a little bit far, so it usually try to come back to the 200. You can see it here, it's very strong. Momentum is very positive. There is no divergence with the momentum start to be, but it can be continuation. Even though you can see here on the stochastic, it's making a lower highs. This is higher highs, so reversal could happen. And I think people will wait for it to touch again to the 250 and re-enter. NVIDIA is very strong. There are a lot of buyers waiting to re-enter to double position themselves. So far, yeah, seems to move that it wants to move higher. This is NVIDIA. I think we need to talk about, yeah, Meta. All right, Meta. Meta. Moving with the trend, double top could move lower to the 195. In the 4-hour chart, it's managed to break, make it slowly grinding, so it will lose its power. You can see it here. We can draw here the trend, and you can see it something like this. This is, yeah, and it could make a small push and then a break to the downside, and any move to the downside from here will bring buyers to the upside. So will it happen on Monday? I will wait for it because it's a little bit weak. It seems to be weak, and you can see the divergence also with the momentum. This is moving higher, so there is not enough power for continuation. It needs to bring the buyers. Let's see how it looks on the daily. On the daily, it's look very nice. Managed to break the 200. Next target, this is here. This is a gap which need to be closed to 17. Will it have the power? This is also a gap from the downside to 155. It could do so. Volume, it's just for the break. Took some accumulation. Let's see if we see a red candle. This is a false break and then moving to the downside. Let's go for the MRNA. MRNA. With MRNA for the 140, we wanted to reach to the 185, and there is a possibility for it. I'm biased to the upside. I think this is a reversal. This is on the daily. Let's look on the 4-hour chart. We can see this is the false break. It touched the Fibonacci level. Try to move down, but there is, let me check it here. This is 698. This is 4. So there is a divergence for continuation to the upside, and I think it will continue to the upside. Momentum is positive, which is good. So going for the upside. And let's talk about BA. Let's see something unique here. BA grinding and ups and down, ups and down. This is a big sideways move. The 4-hour chart doesn't give us any clue. Just it's a negative. Do we see something here? Small divergence to the upside maybe again, but I don't see the momentum. I think grinding to the downside, trying to hunt some stop losses, and probably it will reach eventually to the 200. And on the 200, people will buy for it. Maybe from the 190, it can go sideways, even though you can see the big red candle, nice volume here. So could be a continuation to the downside, probably for the 185. At the moment, it seems that it wants to break its top hunt. You can see it here. So this is a defending zone, the 192. This is a defending zone. If it failed to defend it, it will follow for the next key area here and maybe even lower. Let's move to the gold, which is moving up, and you can see this is a double top bottom, the 186, triple top. So this was our key and target, and now we're probably gonna see a reversal, relieve some power, and then bring in the buyers. Momentum is very extended to the upside, and I think it did its job. So now it's need to bring the buyers coming back, and if it wants to come back, if we draw some Fibonacci level, let's say from there, you can see the 50 is on the 177, 178. So why not to bring more buyers and then try to push to the upside. If we gonna see it here, you can see this is a lot of daily trade on the gold. This is moving up, immediately push down, moving up, push down. So there is no momentum like here. You could see it here. Even though I don't like to trade the gold, this was a good entry to the push to the upside. And if the interest rate is gonna push down, it will push the gold to the upside, which is good. It's on a positive stochastic, which means continuation. You can see it when it pushed there. Did it break it? Let me check something. This is the low, 183.60, 183.62. It didn't break it. So inside candle, big inside candle. So this is how it looks. Push up, push down, finish. It seems that it wants to push down again. So let's see. The moment is positive, so be very careful. Let's look at silver. I started to follow it. Let's see how it goes. So for the silver, this was our end zone. It didn't reach there yet. And will it spike? The volume is coming down when it's move up. So there is a divergence. There is weakness. There is also short continuation. So probably below this one can pull for the reversal. This is the daily. On the 4-hour chart, you can see the big rejection here, shooting star. So probably try to reach back to the 2050 and find some buyers at the moment. Just taking some Fibonacci level again. Could be the 50 here, the 3820. Let's move to Oxy. With Oxy, this is the oil. It seems weak. It seems that it want to push lower. Just hunt stop all these stop losses, and then move to the upside, and then reject, and then move to the downside. So on buys, momentum is negative. You can see it here. It's still below the 200. It is negative. It's break it here. So why not to reach the 54? And if, even so, why not to reach to the 50, which is a round number? So far, it doesn't give us anything. So let's finish up because this is unique. It seems that the S&P wants to move to the upside, and it has the power to do so. Momentum is pointed up, also almost to cross the zero line and become positive. There is a divergence or continuation, but the Qs and the 1 hour chart, it seems a little bit different. So you can see the short continuation here. So let's see how it opened on Monday and then decide, because if we can see a gap down or even just below the 395, it's meaning to push to the downside, bring the buyers, and see how it looks from the 390, next target 385, and there is a gap from the downside to close. So I'm biased to the downside because of the 1 hour chart, but if I can see a continuation and breaking the 399, it can reach to the 405 and even higher. So could be very interesting. Two possibility, I'm biased to the downside because of the momentum, because of the trend, because when it's going up, the volume is lower, so not much interest. So it just means that there are stop hunting each side from the upside and from the downside before they decide where to move. So I will be patient with my entry. So thank you guys, hope you like it, and have a good week. Good luck.